This is a video on the gerundive for Latin GCSE. First of all, what actually is a gerundive? It is essentially an adjective formed from a verb, so it's going to be similar to a participle but not actually counted as a participle. Although obviously as adjectives in Latin have to agree with a noun, so too will a gerundive. Its literal meaning is going to be needing to be something. Now there's actually a convenient example of a gerundive that has been transferred to English and that we actually use as this meaning. Now, agenda is literally a list of things needing to be done. Comes from ago, I do. Note that gerundives do not have a tense. So although they're formed from verbs, and the way that participles work adjectively and do have tenses, gerundives do not. They just work in a generic form. Now, if we're talking about the formation of a gerundive, it is going to be formed from the stem of the verb. So if we're looking at paro here, it's going to be that P-A-R part. The characteristic letters of each verb group, paro's group 1, so it's going to be an A. The letters N-D, and then the endings of bonus. Now the letters N-D together make a gerundive very recognisable because it is only seldom that these letters actually appear together in Latin. The endings of bonus, we'll see. Obviously, us, are, so in the masculine, it's going to go a lot like servus. In the feminine, it's going to go like puella. And in the neuter, it's going to go like bellum. But so we have P-A-R, the letters A, N-D, us, are, So we get parandus, are, For group 2, the characteristic letter is going to be an E. For group 3, it's going to be an E. And for group 4, it's going to be I and an E. So the only use of a gerundive at GCSE is after the preposition ad, which means to or towards, usually followed by the accusative as part of a purpose clause. Now we know that a purpose clause expresses the reason behind why somebody has done something. So if we look at the Latin sentence, miti servos ad puellas curandas. I sent the slaves in order to look after the girls. Now we said that ad is followed by the accusative, hence why puellas is in the accusative. A gerundive works like an adjective and so has to agree with puellas. So the gerundive is always going to agree with the object of the purpose clause in English. So in order to look after the girls are the object, and so the gerundive is going to agree with the girls. And obviously because ad is followed by the accusative, the gerundive is always going to appear in the accusative. So although we said that it's going to decline like bonus, this is actually only ever going to use the accusative. So in the masculine, it's going to be either or os, depending whether it's singular or plural. The feminine is going to be am or as, and in the neuter, it's going to be or a.